What is going on, guys? It's Walker Heckman here, back with another video. Today we got a pretty friendly little versus battle going on. We're going to be putting the good old-fashioned spinning reel up against the new and improved inline reel for ice fishing. In this video I'm talking strictly about ice fishing, so very small spinning reels versus obviously the inline ice fishing reel, which is what it was designed for. I've got a spinning combo from 13 Fishing, and then I have an inline reel from 13 Fishing on a different rod. So as far as quality and brand name, we're pretty balanced. Before we jump into this video, I just want to say thank you guys. We are just shy of that 200 subscriber mark. Couldn't be happier, couldn't be more grateful. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because I'm having a giveaway once my channel hits 1,000 subscribers. I'll talk more about the giveaway at the end of the video. And secondly, everyone's arguing and fighting about politics, the virus, everything bad that's going on in the world on the internet, and I'm just sick of it. So I want you guys to start a friendly, happy conversation in my comment section, whether it be about hunting, fishing, anything. Just a nice, awesome conversation down in the comments below. That would make my day. So with that, let's hop right into this video. So we're gonna put the old granddaddy's spinning reel up against the supposed new and improved inline reel. Both of these in my hands are on ice fishing rods and are designed for ice fishing. I mean, you could kind of say that this isn't designed for ice fishing, but it is. And basically, all I want to do is tell you my preference, which might surprise you, and tell you some things that I've learned about each one, and just compare them and give you guys the pros and the cons to help you make a decision on which one will suit you best. The first thing I want to dive into is the price. This entire combo was like $35 or $40. It is a 24 or 26 inch light. I just checked the rod. It is a 26 inch medium light from 13 Fishing with this nice little spinning reel, and this costs like 35 or 40 bucks. This is an awesome, high quality spinning combo. Would do a lot of great work out on the ice. Secondly, we have this Black Betty reel in the pickle color. This is an inline reel from 13 Fishing, and this reel alone cost me $75. I ended up pairing it with a Shields Outfitters brand's ultralight rod, because after buying a reel for that much money, I did not feel like buying their rod for it. The combo, the pickle stick combo as you may have heard it called, is $130 for an ice fishing combo. Is it a high quality combo? Yes. Are you gonna catch a lot of fish with it? Well, it depends on how good you are at fishing, but yes. Do I regret buying this reel for $75? No. Not at all. Do I catch a ton of fish with this reel on a $35 combo? Yeah, I do. What I'm trying to say is, on price, you can catch fish with either of these. It kind of comes down to what you're looking to get and what your personal preferences are. Let's start off with the spinning combo, the spinning reel. One of the first pros I will say for the spinning reel is anyone that has ever fished or is a fisherman knows how to use this reel. This is kind of the trademark of a fishing reel that everyone knows. If you put one of these in front of them, they're like, that's a fishing reel. Obviously, to drop your bait down an ice hole with a spinning reel, you have two options. You can loosen up your drag, which if you're fishing for small fish like perch or what have you, it's going to be pretty loose anyways, and you can pull drag. Or you can go ahead and open the bail, and I feel like everyone should know this, but maybe if you're new to fishing, you don't. You do want to cover that line and kind of feed it with your hands if you open your bail. It'll help you not get those big loops that'll go around your spool and ruin everything for you the next cast or drop, if you will. So those are your two options for dropping your lure down your ice hole with a spinning reel. A spinning reel is simple to use, gets your bait down the hole fast, and it just plain catches fish. I already went on about this, so I'm not going to go too deep into detail about it again, but obviously the price. A spinning reel is substantially cheaper than an inline reel. And I'm not talking the junk reels that you can get at some of these stores. I mean, a high quality ice fishing spinning reel is much cheaper than an inline reel. Now, before I get too much deeper into this video, I am not a professional fisherman. I don't even claim to know a ton about fishing. I just get stuff that catches my eye or that I hear people talk about, and I use it personally, and I base my own personal opinion on my own experiences with stuff. And my personal opinion on a spinning reel for ice fishing is that it works, it catches fish, it just plain out gets the job done. Now let's talk about freezing up, since we're ice fishing. This reel, the reel itself, I have not yet had an issue with freezing up. Now in the past with spinning reels, obviously I've had them freeze up pretty good. It's just been kind of a crappy winter for ice and temperatures. So ice fishing in the 25 to 45 degree weather, these things aren't really gonna freeze up on you. It's when you get, 15 degrees and below that it's like, oh crap, shouldn't have set my reel in the middle of the slush pile, now I can't use it. I don't wanna get too crazy about them freezing up either, because there's many precautions and steps you can take to reduce the eyes on your rod and your reel from freezing up at all, no matter what the temperature is. And if you're in an ice shack with a heater, it's not going to freeze up. So that kind of excludes that part of the conversation. Now this is going to make more sense when we dive into that inline reel, but a spinning reel has memory. It creates line memory, and your jig or whatever you're using is going to come off of this spool down your hole, whatever depth you're at, and when the spool comes off, it's got memory dropping down your hole, and your jig is going to sit down there and spin all those loops out. Have I personally ever seen this as an issue on my flasher or an underwater camera while ice fishing? I can't say that I have. The commitment of fish has been about the same with each reel style, but that is a known proven fact that this jig off of this spinning reel is going to spin circles down in the eye, down in the water. So I think that's about enough to say about the spinning reel. I mean, it's the reel your grandpa used when he went ice fishing. These things have been around forever. They're trusted. These things work. They catch fish. I have zero problem with a spinning reel. Hopping into the other side of things, we've got this big flashy inline reel. Now, like I said, this is also a 13 fishing brand, the Black Betty. Probably the most popular inline reel that's out there today. And this thing does everything that the spinning reel does. I'm just gonna tell you the differences in how it does it. First off, when you wanna drop your lure, all you do is pull this trigger. And you saw what, you just saw it spinning, and it'll drop your jig. I do enjoy the ease of use, I guess you'd say, on just reeling up your bait, putting a new maggot on, pulling the trigger, watching it drop right back down on your flasher. It's simple, it's fun, and I really like that design. The main difference that everyone talks about with an inline reel is that it takes away the line memory. As you can see, maybe that spool is directly, well, let's say that line is directly coming off of the spool. It doesn't have to go around this big end like the spinning reel does when the line comes off. So that, I'm not going to say totally gets rid of, but extremely minimizes your line memory and extremely minimizes your jig or lure spinning when it's down under the ice. Like I said when I was talking about the spinning reel, I haven't seen a commitment or hookup ratio difference between the two. I haven't gotten scientific with it, but just fishing with both side by side, I mean, where I'm at, the fish will bite it either way. If you had an extremely finicky bite, I could see this coming in handy, but I'm talking extreme finesse fishing. Doesn't actually happen that often. If you're familiar at all with a bait caster reel with open water fishing, your drag is set right here with this. And I mean, to me, this is kind of the bait casting reel of ice fishing. You can get a bird's nest if you're holding this trigger down with, I call it the brakes, but it says, here, let me get this handle out of the way. I call it the brakes, but it says drop speed, that little dial there. Unless I'm fishing a pretty finicky bite. I keep my drop speed on max, and if you don't have a flasher or something so you can see your lure dropping, if you drop this thing with your drop speed on max and it hits the ground and you're still holding the trigger, you can get somewhat of a bird's nest in this reel. It's super easy to take apart. You just pop this green thing off. It's kind of like a fly fishing reel, and this whole spool comes out. You fix it real quick, pop it back in, you're back in action. It's actually easier to fix this reel if it does screw up than it is a spinning reel. So on more of a personal opinion standpoint, if I'm going out, say to a new body of water, I know what species is in there, and let's say it's perch or trout or something small, which one am I gonna pick up out of my rod box first? Probably this one. This one's easier to fish, and the trigger drop system just makes my life easier, especially if you're wearing gloves or any of the obstacles that can make dropping a jig with a spinning reel more complicated. And if we talk about freezing up with this reel, like I said, I haven't fished temperatures lower than maybe 25 degrees this year so far. This reel freezes up way easier than this reel, in my opinion. This line's wet, it all goes into this spool right here, and I have had that line freeze up. Let's say there's a little bit of a breeze and I'm out of the shanty, and I'll pull this trigger and nothing will happen. I'll have to give it a little pop to kind of break the ice, and then it'll start falling. Is it a big deal? No. Has it made me not like the reel? No. I just have noticed that this reel has freezed up on me more than the spinning reel. So down to the nitty gritty, which one of these two styles of reels do I prefer? Well, like I already said, I would probably pick this one up first if I was going to my rod box to start jigging. But I and everyone else started with this one. I love using a spinning reel, and I can't quite foresee the price difference in buying one of these. If you already have a handful of nice medium to high quality spinning gear for ice fishing, you don't need to go buy one of these. It's not that big of a difference for the price. One thing I can actually say that I miss about the spinning reel when I'm using this is that good old-fashioned drag noise. When using a bait caster versus a spinning reel in open water, I can't stand not having that drag noise. I love it. It's one of the things I love about fishing. Hearing drag get pulled by a fish gets the heart going. And the inline reel, similar to a bait caster, makes no noise when you pull drag, which isn't a big deal. Again, that's just a personal thing with me. Do I still prefer fishing with this reel? Yeah, but I just thought I'd throw that little tip out there. So I prefer to fish with this one, but I love fishing with this one also. They do the same thing. This one does it tiny bit better, in my opinion. If you already have this setup and it's high quality and you're good at using it, I do not think you need to go get one of these. If you have the budget and you really want to try one of these out, you want to give yourself the slightest, teeniest of an advantage, sure, go pick one up. I don't think you're going to be mad about it. I love fishing with it. But yeah, overall, this is not supposed to be an advertisement for 13 Fishing. It just happens to be the type of ice fishing stuff I like to use because it's high quality and it works. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember, it doesn't matter if you have the coolest, most expensive fishing gear in the world. What matters is that you have fun and you catch fish. Remember to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my new videos, and to be entered in that 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I'm giving away an ugly stick spinning combo as soon as this channel hits 1,000 subscribers. We're almost a quarter of the way there already, and I can't believe it. I'm so thankful, so grateful, and I can't wait to keep growing with you guys. If you enjoyed this video or it helped you out at all, be sure to hit that like button. Remember what I said at the beginning of the video. Drop a comment, start a conversation about something good for a change. And as always, keep it wild.